मालिने नमः कमल पादाय नमस्ते कमलेक्षण यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै तग्वं हा देवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये. Eternal souls desirous of drinking the divine nectar of Shri Radha and Krishna. Tonight we will take up two leelas, two pastimes of Radharani as a child. The first one is Kumari Rahi Kirati Som Birujhai. This is Bal Leela number 11 from Shri Radha Bal Leela Madhuri. This is bhajan number 11. कीरति सो बिरुझाय कुंवरी रही कीरति सो बिरुझाय कुंवरी रही कुंवरी रही बिरझाय कुंवरी रही कीरति सो बिरझाय कुंवरी रही करी झगरती झक झोरती झक झोरती मैया बलि जाय कुंवरी रही 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 पग पटकती मटकती गर लटकती 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 कहा कछु मुख लटकाय कुंवरी रही कहा कछु मुख लटकाय कुंवरी रही बाकी झांकी झांकन हित बाकी झांकी झांकन हित शंभु समाधि भुलाय कुंवरी रही शंभु समाधि भुलाय बिरुझाय कुंवरी रही कीरति सो बिरुझाय कुंवरी रही. Radharani is very, very small. She is about 5 years of age, and she is fussing, and she's being very fussy today. And she is, her mother, Kirti Maya, doesn't know what little Kishori wants, but Kishori, who is not able to talk much, she's just started to talk. She's just saying, like you've seen so many children, perhaps your own children when they were small, or if they are small, they do that. And it's so charming to see a little child like that. You see them on TikTok if you don't see them in real life. And you see this little girl, and she sees her mommy sitting beside her daddy, and she's very possessive of her daddy, and she says, "Mommy, go, go, go." Mother's saying, "Where should I go?" Maya, mother, mom, go down. In other words, go sit on the floor. Don't sit with daddy. Mom, go in the kitchen. And mother and father are laughing, and they are finding that so cute. And then they talk to their friends, and they talk to their parents, and they say, "You know what our little one was doing? She was saying this, go and cook something, go make food, go in the kitchen." And she didn't want me to sit with her dad. So when little children behave like this, adults really find it very charming. And this is Radharani. She is the supreme, she is the supreme Lord, non-different from Shri Krishna. As you know, Yayam Radha Yascha Krishna. The Radha and Krishna are one and the same. One God, two different forms. And one became very, very fair. Radha is very fair of color, and Krishna is very dark colored. So when Kirti Maya, she sees little Kishori, little Radha, behaving like this, she finds it so charming. She says, "I sacrifice my everything on my beautiful little child, on my beautiful Kishori." See, Kishori ji, if you, we should do the Roop Dhyan of little Radharani hanging from her mother's neck, sometimes pulling her sari, and sometimes just laying down on the floor and stamping her feet, kicking her little legs in the air. She wants something, and she's not saying anything. She's looking kind of sad also. And this scene is so beautiful, says Jagadguru Tam Shri Kripalu Ji Maharaj. This scene is so beautiful that Bhagwan Shankar comes out of his samadhi, comes out of his divine meditation, his divine trance, I should say, to witness this scene. He comes to Barsana to see what little Radharani is doing. This scene is so charming that it attracts even Bhagwan Shankar. Now, just as Radharani, little Kishori, is behaving with her mother, she's not letting her mother go. She is hanging on to her. She's pulling her braid, and she's tugging at her sari. And in the same way, if the individual soul becomes like a little child in front of God, then that's all that we need to do. All we need to do is to become like an innocent little child. And then God is in the palm of our hands. We won't need to know any scriptural knowledge. We would not need to do anything. And all the sadhana we are doing is just so that we can become like a little innocent little child, a guileless child, a child who doesn't know how to deceive, a child who doesn't know what artificiality is, a child who is very innocent, very naive, very, very pure. So when we see little children, we see purity, we see innocence. These are godly qualities, and therefore we are attracted towards these qualities. And Radharani is God herself, and she, in the form of a little girl, is behaving like this, and it is a divinely charming scene that even Bhagwan Shankar comes to witness. So now Kirti Maya ignores her little daughter for a while, and she says, yeah, she's being fussy, but she doesn't tell me what it is. But finally she says, Kirti Maya asks, well, what is the matter with you? What is it that you want? Kirati so birujhaya kunvari rahi. Kirati so birujhaya kunvari rahi. Kunvari rahi. Kunvari rahi. Kahi maya batraya बात का कही माया बतराय बात का कही माया बतराय बात का तुतराय कुंवरी रही कहीं कुंवरी तुतराय कुंवरी रही एड़ी लो वेणी कब हुई है एड़ी लो बतराय कुंवरी रही तो समो बतराय कुंवरी रही कुंवरी रही कुंवरी रही कीरति सो बिरुझाय कुंवरी रही बिरुझाय कुंवरी रही कही माय अरे कुंवरी अबही तू कही माय अरे कुंवरी अबही तू कही बिरुझाय कुंवरी रही कीरति सो बिरुझाय कुंवरी रही. So what is it that you want, Kishori? Tell me. Is it something to eat? You want something to eat? You want something to drink? You want some milk? What do you want? Do you want a toy? Let me know what it is that you want. I'm very and Radharani, who wants to say so much, but she cannot communicate much. Little children, they want to say so much. They see adults talking, and they watch the adults' lips, and they say, I want, and they think, I too wish to talk like that. But all that comes out of the mouth is, guga, gaga, like this. So she doesn't know how to talk. She's just beginning to talk, but in her lisping voice, she says, Maiya, I want a very long braid like yours. You have long hair, and so your braid is so long, it touches your ankles, but my braid is so small. I want a long braid, Maiya, that's what I want. And again, Kishori, little Radharani, she starts stamping her feet and she starts hanging from Maiya's neck all over again. She pulls at her sari, Maiya, I want long hair. I want a long braid. Mujhe lambi si edi tak veni chahiye. That's what I want, a long, long braid. And Kirti Maiya finds that so cute, so lovable. And she says very patiently, Ari, Kishori, you're just 5 years of age. You can't have a long, long braid. I'm much bigger than you. I'm older than you, so I have a long braid. But you're so small, so you have a small braid. So wait. There will come a time when you will get a long braid also. This reminds me of a story of Shri Krishna. And once he was being very fussy, and Mother Yashoda asked him, what is it that you want? And why won't you drink this milk that I'm giving you? No, Maiya, I don't want milk. He runs away from there, runs away from her. She calls him back. No, you should drink milk. You'll get strong when you drink milk. As mothers, they explain to the children in exactly the same way. You'll get strong bones and teeth, and you'll be so big and strong. Don't you want to be big and strong? Kanhaiya just says no. Okay, then she tries another angle. Kanhaiya, do you want long hair? Something about hair, even Krishna wants long hair. And she says yes. He says yes. Kanhaiya, if you drink milk, you'll get long hair. Oh, then he immediately grabs a glass of milk from his mother's hands, starts drinking it. But the funny thing is that every time he takes a gulp, he checks back to see his hair. Has it grown any? Has it grown? He takes a second gulp. Has it grown? Lambe hue baal? Abhi bhi? Nahi hue? Drink some more. So he drinks up the entire glass full of milk, and Yashoda now thinks, I need to tell him something, because then if I don't explain why his hair didn't grow, then he will never believe me. So she says, Kanhaiya, you have to be a good boy. The only time your hair will grow when you drink milk is when you listen to your mommy first time she says something. So I told you to drink milk first time, you ran away from here. And it took me many times to get you to drink milk. But if you drink it the first time I tell you, listen to me, the very first time I tell you to do something, then you'll see your hair will grow so long, it will go down to Patal Lok. It will go down to the netherworld. So Kishori ji also wants long hair. She wants a long braid. And Kirti Maiya says, what is your hurry? You're just a little girl, 5 years of age. And so wait until you are bigger. Kirati son birujhaya kunvari rahi. Kirati son birujhaya kunvari rahi. Kunvari rahi. Kunvari rahi. Jab tu hoy badi tab वेणी हूँ जब तू होय बड़ी तब वेणी हूँ जब तू होय बड़ी कुंवरी कही मैया मोही अब ही
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 देना बड़ी बनाय कुंवरी रही
देना बड़ी बनाय कुंवरी रही
कीरति सो बिरुझाय कुंवरी रही
कीरति सो बिरुझाय कुंवरी रही
कुंवरी रही
कुंवरी रही।
So Kirti Maiya says very patiently, Kishori, you're only 5 years of age. Do you understand? You're only 5. How old are you? And we can just imagine little Radharani counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. मैं 5 बरस की हूँ मैया. You're only 5 years of age. When you become big like me, big and tall, then your braid will also become very long. And Kishori is listening to this as if she understands this, but she understands nothing. She does not understand this logic. She says, okay, Maiya, I'll get bigger and I'll have a longer braid. Well, Maiya, why don't you make me bigger right now? Just make me big right now so I can have a long braid. As if Maiya could stretch her and make her big. But being a little child, she has this logic, which is no logic, children's logic, that make me big right now. It's like little Krishna was fussing one day and he said, I want Kajri Gaiya's, Kajri is his favorite cow. I want milk from Kajri. And Maiya said, Kajri has gone to, in the pastures, she's grazing, and no, I want her milk. Well, when Kajri comes home, I will milk her myself. Yashoda Maiya had so many servants and maid servants, but she used to do everything for her child herself. I will milk Kajri and then I will boil that milk and I will give it to you. Okay, but Maiya, when is Kajri coming home? Well, when it's dark, when it's evening time. जब शाम हो जाएगी, Kajri घर आ जाएगी. Maiya, शाम का मतलब क्या? Maiya, what is evening time? What does that mean? Evening time, what does it mean? That's obvious. Maiya, what is evening? I don't know. Evening means when everything becomes dark and you can't see anything. Oh, I can fix that. So he put his hands on his eyes, closed his eyes, put his hands over his eyes. Maiya, I can't see anything. It's evening time, Maiya. Give me Kajri's milk. And Yashoda could do nothing but laugh at the innocence of her little Kanhaiya. So Kishori ji is also showing this innocence because after all, Krishna and Radha are both the same. So Radharani is saying, Maiya, why don't you make me big right now? And Kirti Maiya laughs at that. But no, make me big right now. Now Kishori is insisting, make me big right now, make me big right. You know how children are. They'll say the same thing again and again. Make me big right now. But I can't. But make me big right now. But I can't. No, Maiya, but make me big right now. All right, so what do I say now? So then, Jagatguru Shri Kripalu ji Maharaj had an idea. So he told Yashoda Maiya, say this to Kishori. That will satisfy her. Kirati so birujhaya कुंवरी रही
कीरति सो बिरुझाय कुंवरी रही
दऊं बनाय जो बड़ी माय कहा
दऊं बनाय जो बड़ी माय
कुंवरी रही।
तो के गोद खिलाय कुंवरी रही।
सुनी कृपालु यह कुंवरी खिलकी गई।
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 कुंवरी खिलकी गई।
कुंवरी खिलकी गई।
माय कलिंठ लिपटाय कुंवरी रही।
माय लिपटाय कुंवरी रही।
कुंवरी रही।
कुंवरी रही।
कीरति सो बिरुझाय कुंवरी रही।
कीरति सो बिरझाय कुंवरी रही।
So Maya did not get through to Kishori when she said, I can't make you big, I cannot do that. So Radharani doesn't understand that, so Maya tries something else. She says, I can make you big if you want, but think about it. You see the girls in Barsana who are now older, they're bigger. Do you ever see them sitting in their Maya's lap? No. Do you ever see them playing in their Maya's lap? They don't play in their mother's lap. Their mothers don't pick them up because they're big now. So Kishori, I can make you big right now if you like, but you cannot be in my lap anymore. I won't be able to pick you up because you'll be so big. So do you want that? And Kishori says, no, I don't want that. I want to be in your lap. I want you to pick me up. I want to play in your lap. And saying this and being afraid that she may not get her mother's lap, she sat in Mother Kirti's lap with lot of force. She just dhadam se baith gayi. She sat, she just ran and then sat very, very quickly in her mother's lap, and then Kirti Maya embraced her little daughter, and also Kirti Maya was relieved that, okay, now this stubbornness is over now. She won't ask me again to make her big. So Kirati so birujhaya kumari rahi. This is one of the pastimes that Jagadguru Uttam Shri Kripalu ji Maharaj, our dearest Maharaj ji, tells us about. And when we read these pastimes, and especially when we sing them, we find so much more. We find that we fall in love with Radha and Krishna so much more. There is another pastime, and that is number 23. It's on page 183 in Hindi. And you can look at the TV screens for the words in Hindi and English. सखियन बहुत चिढ़ाय माय मोहि।
सखियन बहुत चिढ़ाय माय मोहि।
सखियन बहुत चिढ़ाय माय मोहि।
सखियन बहुत चिढ़ाय माय
कहती सगाई होती जासु तब
कहती सगाई होती जासु तब
सो कारो तन आय माय मोही
सो कारो तनु आय माय मोही
सखियन बहुत चिढ़ाय माय मोही
सखियन बहुत चिढ़ाय माय मोही
हम सब की तो करी सगाई
हम सब की तो करी सगाई
गोरे तनु मम माय माय मोही
गोरे तनु मम माय माय मोही
माय मोही
माय मोही
सखियन बहुत चिढ़ाय माय मोही
सखियन बहुत चिढ़ाय माय मोही
सखियन सखियन बहुत चिढ़ाय माय मोही
सखियन बहुत चिढ़ाय माय मोही
Little Radharani, little Kishori says to her, complains to her mother, Kirti Maya, Maya, my sakhis, my friends, they tease me a lot. Now you think, what are they teasing her about? Because she is the most beautiful. She comes from the most opulent family. She's a princess. Her father is Vrishabhanu, King Bhanu, and she lives in a palace. So what could her friends be teasing her about? Well, she tells Mother Kirti, Maya, they tell me that the one that I'm engaged to, he's very dark of color. Now the color, dark and fair color, even today it exists a lot in Indian society, doesn't it? In a land where we have the cream fair and lovely. Use this cream on your face, and if you're dark-skinned, you become light-skinned. So Bhagwan Shri Krishna, it's from that time, 5,000 years ago. Oh, my friends they call me Karo, they'd say that I'm very dark and Radharani is very fair. And she's saying, oh, but the one I'm engaged to, all my sakhis are saying he's very dark. So, and Maya, they're saying that all of them have been engaged to boys who are very fair of color. Chitra, Vishakha, Lalita, Rangadevi, Sudevi, they're all saying, and I asked each one of them, so Rangadevi, what is a complexion of the boy you're engaged to? She goes, fair. Lalita, fair. And Tungavidya, fair. Everybody has fair colored boys that they're going to get married to, they're engaged to in those days. Kids would get engaged. Children would be engaged at a very young age. That didn't mean that they were just engaged. It was a long engagement. And they would stay with their parents, of course, and later on they would get married. Our Shri Maharaj was married off at a very young age to our dearest Amma, but they didn't, Ammaji did not come to her sasural, her marital home until she was older. So, Sagai ho gayi, the engagement has taken place. Now the thing is that the Sakhis are thinking, what can we tease Kishori about? Because you see, all of them want Krishna as their husband, all of them. And he got engaged to Radha. So now they're teasing her, but actually they all want him. They all want the dark complexion Krishna, but they're teasing her that he's so dark, and we all got engaged to fair-colored boys. And Kishori got bothered by this, and she's telling her, Maya, this is what they are saying. Is it true? Is it true, Maya? She's asking. Or are they just fooling me? सखियन बहुत चिढ़ाय माय मोहि
सखियन बहुत चिढ़ाय माय मोहि
जोया सांचु माय नहीं करी हों सांचु माय नहीं करी हो
जो यह सांचु माय नहीं करी हो
कबहूँ सगाई वाय माय मोहि चिढ़ाय माय मोहि
सखियन बहुत चिढ़ाय माय मोहि
सखियन बहुत चिढ़ाय माय मोहि
सखियन बहुत चिढ़ाय माय मोहि
बड़े भये लाली सब कारे
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 गोरे तन बन जाय माय मोहि
गोरे तनु बन जाय माय मोहि
गोरे तनु बन जाय माय मोहि
गोरे तनु बन जाय माय मोहि
तब तो माय सबे गोरे तनु
तब तो माय सबे गोरे तनु
कारो तनु पुनि पाय माय मोहि
कारो तनु निपाय माय मोहि
माय मोहि
माय मोहि
माय मोहि
माय मोहि
सखियन बहुत चिढ़ाय 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 माय मोहि
हारी
माया मोही
सखियन बहुत चिढ़ाय माया मोही
सखियन बहुत चिढ़ाय माया मोही.
So Maya, is it true that I am engaged to someone who's very dark of color? Now Maya knows, Maya says yes, Maya knows it's true. And so now Kishori is devastated, but but Maya says not to worry. Maya makes up something on the spot. She says, you know, all those boys who are very dark in their childhood, when they get older, they become very fair colored. And Kishori becomes very happy. There's light in her eyes and she's so happy. Oh, good, she claps. So mine will become very fair of color? Yes. So Maya, it must mean that all the fair-colored boys, fair-complexioned boys will become very dark when they get older. Exactly. That's exactly how it will happen. Now see the logic in a little child's mind, and this is how we all have thought as little children. There was no rhyme or reason behind what we said. And little children, they say things and they think they're being very intelligent, but they don't know anything, basically. But they think, oh, I know everything. And or they'll say, the little child will say, I want to tell a joke. And the joke is not a joke. Nobody's laughing, but the child is just laughing and laughing. Oh, it's so funny. And it's a silly joke. It's not even a joke, but the child finds it hilarious. And the child wonders why nobody else is laughing, because it makes so much sense to the child. And everything the child says makes so much sense to her, but not to anyone else. So Maya says that all the dark ones will become fair, all the fair ones then will become dark. And Kishori is so happy hearing this, that I'm the only one who will end up with a fair complexioned boy, and all my sakhis, the ones who are teasing me, I will tease them later, because their husbands, the ones they're engaged to, when they get older, their husbands will be dark complexioned. And Maya, if this is true, then all the sakhis they will be so embarrassed, and they will, sab log, sab khisiya jayengi. Hai na Maya? Hai na Maya? And Maya said, yeah, that's true. But then Maya thinks, in the future, we know that Kanhaiya is not going to get any lighter of color. He's still going to remain dark. So I have to say something else to Kishori. I have to tell her something else. And she wants to tell her that dark color is not bad at all. It's not bad. It doesn't reflect on the color of the heart. And she says, you know about Bhagwan Ram? Yes, because in Braj 5,000 years ago, everyone was greeting one another by saying Jai Ram Ji Ki, because Bhagwan Ram was the latest one, and so they're praising Bhagwan Shri Ram. They're not going to say Jai Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna is right there. And they're not going to say Radhe Radhe. That's going to happen later on. But in these times, they're saying Jai Ram Ji Ki. Even Bhagwan Shankar, Maharaj has written 2 beautiful leelas on this. Bhagwan Shankar wants to come and have darshan of little Krishna when he's born. And he comes to the door of Nanda and Yashoda's house. And from outside, he yells out, he calls out, Jai Ram Ji Ki Maiya, right? And Maiya Yashoda calls from inside, Jai Ram Ji Ki Yogi Maharaj, Pai Lagi, like this. So they greet one another by saying Jai Ram Ji Ki, glory be to Bhagwan Shri Ram. So Maya, yes, about Bhagwan Shri Ram, right? Maya says, you know Bhagwan Shri Ram, yes. So was he dark? Yes, he was dark. He was dark. And so he was, but he's God. And everyone is praising him and glorifying him. He's so great. So it's not a bad thing if the one you're engaged to is dark, and if he remains dark, it's all right. Tvam Sita Mithilayancha Tvachaya Draupadi Sati Ravanena Hita Tvancha Ramasya Kamini Brahma Vaivarta Puran. Bhagwan Shri Krishna is reminding Radharani You were once Sita, Twan Sita Mithilayancha. You were once Sita and I was Ram. So here Kishori is being reminded, she remembers that she was Sita, she was fair of color, and her husband, eternal husband, Ram, was dark. So Kishori, don't be bothered if your husband, the one you're engaged to now and that you will get married to in the future, if he remains dark complexioned, there's nothing to worry about because Bhagwan Ram was also dark and he is God. Now some people say, were they married, Radha and Krishna? We're talking about engagement and they will get married later on? I thought they were not married. You know, Brahma Vaivart Puran says this, and this scripture, Devi Bhagavad Puran says this, Garga Samhita says this. So there should be no confusion because Radha and Krishna descend to earth in every Dwapar Yug, in the age of Dwapar, towards the end of the Dwapar Yug. And sometimes they get married, sometimes they don't. Oftentimes they don't, but sometimes they do get married. So there should be no doubt in the mind because Bhagwan's Leelas change from time to time. And so here it is being suggested that Radha and Krishna they're engaged and they will get married one day. So this pastime of little Radharani, Bal Leela of Radharani is also very, very charming. And it helps us to do Roop Dhyan. The reason we need pastimes, Leelas, is because we want to do Roop Dhyan. We want to think about Radha and Krishna. And what do we think about? What is there to think about? I don't know anything about them. And so we have Leelas, we have their pastimes, we have these wonderfully charming stories that are so beautiful, so lovable. And when we think about these, then these pastimes of little Kishori, then we fall in love with her even more and we smile and we laugh and we think how cute, how divinely cute she is as a little girl. And Shri Maharaj Ji, Jagat Tam Shri Kripalu Ji Maharaj is the only one who has said so much about Radharani. He has described Radharani so much to such an extent that no one before him had ever done that. Shri Maharaj Ji has given us the Leelas, the pastimes of Radharani. No one had ever heard of them before. So let's take advantage of these Bal Leelas, these childhood pastimes of Radharani. We know so many pastimes of Shri Krishna, but we don't know about so many pastimes. The world does not know about the pastimes of Radha, but they are absolutely charming and they are all divine and they help us greatly to do the Roop Dhyan. They keep us engaged in the thoughts of Radharani, especially when we think about Radharani as a little child or when we think about Shri Krishna as a child. Shri Maharaj Ji used to say to the devotees that, oh, I have worked so hard with all of you in all these years to get you to Madhurya Bhav, when where you want to think about Shri Krishna as a beloved, but you're all stuck in Vatsalya Bhav. But you all love to think about Krishna, Radha and Krishna as little children. Because this is a very charming age when Radha and Krishna are very small. Even a worldly child is very charming, and people talk about what a little child does. There may be 10 adults in a house and there's one child and they're all gathered. Oh, what's he doing right now? Oh my goodness, look at him. And they take pictures, it goes on Facebook, it goes on the family WhatsApp group, it goes everywhere. And all the adults are talking baby talk now. And the little child has charmed all the adults in the house. And Shri Maharaj Ji कहते हैं कि ना ये तो संसारी कूड़ा कबाड़ा बच्चे हैं, यानी मायाबद्ध बच्चे हैं, उनमें इतना आकर्षित हो जाते हैं हम. तो सोचिए राधा और कृष्ण जब बाल लीला करते हैं तो उनका आकर्षण कितना अधिक होगा. So we can only imagine and we should imagine the charm and the charming ways of little Radharani as she is talking in her lisping voice where she cannot talk properly, like Lord Krishna says to Radharani, talo lade, talo tele. Chalo radhe, chalo khele. Talo lade, talo tele. And she understands that because she talks like that too. Oh, okay, he's asking me to come and play with him. A little boy went to Shri Maharaji, and he's a young adult now, and he used to sing very nicely. And his mother took him to Maharaji, and little boy who could not say Ra, oftentimes little children can't say Ra, they'll say La. So this boy with this amazing voice, I used to say to his mother, I think he's going to be an opera singer. Or he was an opera singer in his last life. Without any training, he was singing beautifully. So he sang in front of Maharaji. Of course, he was illiterate. He was a little boy. He didn't know how to read yet. And he's reciting from memory. Oh, din kab aayi hai, aho hali. And Maharaji found it so cute. And Maharaji was saying, oh my goodness, he's so small, but he memorized the whole bhajan, all the words. But it was so sweet when he's saying, aho hali, instead of aho hari. So, I mean, this has been so many years, and I still remember this because it was so charming. It was so beautiful. And so, Radharani's pastimes and Shri Krishna's pastimes as children, they are divinely attractive, and we use these pastimes, we should use these in our Rup Dhyan when we practice devotion, because then Radharani comes alive, and we can very easily, based on these words, we can very easily think about, we can do Rup Dhyan of a little Kishori who is being fussy, who's stamping her feet, kicking up her feet in the air, complaining to Maya, Mother Kirti, and with looking very sad, looking very mad at the same time. This is wonderful for our Rup Dhyan, and we are ever so grateful to our Gurudev, Jagat Guru Uttam Shri Kripalu Ji Maharaj, for giving us Prem Ras Madira and these sweetest pastimes. Boliye Srimad Sadguru Sarkar ki Jai. बोलिए प्रेम रस मदिरा की जय, राधा रानी बाल लीला की जय, छोटी सी किशोरी की जय, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे. After you take Aarti and Prasad, would you kindly go